welcome to another episode of The Newman Show. I, of course, am Newman. You got a familiar face to my right.
Veronique.
And another familiar face to my
left.
left.
And I'm Paul Newman.
Yes. This is going to be our COMICON and stuff episode. This is going to be... We're going to talk about that, but we also have a lot of projects coming up that I want to discuss and some big news, which I'm going to tease for a little bit and then announce that later. Typical radio, TV hack joke, but okay. Yeah, I'm going to tease it for a little bit. Yeah, it is our Columbus Day episode. I see a lot of people upset that today is Columbus Day and they're going to Facebook to make sure everybody knows about it. Yeah. But those same people will have the big turkey going, Happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and that makes you a hypocrite.
Why don't we hold them all accountable? Why don't we go through Facebook, see who's complaining about Columbus, and then see who stuffs their face on Thanksgiving Day? That's
a great idea. I would love to do that.
That's a very good use of time, of our time.
Yeah.
Don't you think that would be great?
I
think so.
Right?
And the funny thing about it, too, is, first of all, they'll say that Columbus came here, he made the Indian slave, he killed them all, he ruined America, he brought disease here, he did all this stuff. But then right after that, well, he didn't discover America anyway. He never landed here. He was in the Caribbean. You can't have it both ways. Did he ruin America or did he ruin the Caribbean? Yeah. Pick one. If you're going to be pissed about something, at least pick one thing.
It's Trump's fault.
I did see that. It was Trump's fault because he actually went to Italy and sent Columbus
Jeffrey
over.
Epstein's fault. It was Jeffrey.
Well, Trump sent Columbus over to find Epstein Island.
Of course.
And that's what started this whole thing. Okay. And apparently Kavanaugh let them go. So
and Hillary too.
All tied
Don't forget Hillary.
Well, Hillary didn't do anything.
Oh, she didn't do anything?
No, I don't want to commit suicide tonight.
Oh, okay.
She's innocent.
Right. Let's just maybe on the 20th we could talk about it. We got to make it to our competition.
So Larry's saying hello.
Hello, Larry.
I want to say hello to Larry. Last week we had a real estate themed show, and just to tease a little bit of what's going on, there's going to be more of that coming up, as some of you already know.
More teasing coming up.
I am an agent for Douglas Elliman Real Estate. Actually, I'm a realtor, which ties in with Halloween. Actually, if you watch, what was the Drew Barrymore show?
Santa Clarita Diet.
Santa Clarita Diet.
You're a realtor or you're a realtor?
Oh yeah, I love that show. I thought you were gonna say if you get your house egged, you just get a new one. You call you.
Oh, you can do that too. If you get your house egged and you don't feel like cleaning it, just put it for sale and get a new one, and I'll do both for you. I'll sell the house and get you a new one.
This is why I don't complain on Facebook, so I don't get my house egged.
Yes.
There you go.
But I want to thank, of course, Win Kwok and Michael Batiso for coming in last week, giving their take on what they do for real estate. And real estate is a multifaceted operation. There's not one thing to it. It's, you think you find an agent, you find a house, you put in the bid, you get your lawyer, and you're done. But there's not. There's a lot of things to it, between getting the mortgage, getting the inspection, getting the appraisal.
Selling your items.
Yeah, if you have to get rid of stuff, storage,
just sold my
moving.
grandma's today.
Oh, really?
Today sold.
Wow.
From a nice white-haired lady that looks like Betty White in Virginia. Thank you, Betty White look-alike for selling my grandma's home.
Maybe it is Betty White.
It might be.
That would be interesting. But yeah, so just to recap that, and I guess we'll get into some sponsors and then start the show. So we're going to start with Frank Sambito and Kayla Logistics.
Frank.
Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. Our goal is to provide our customers with end-to-end logistics solutions worldwide. Contact Frank Sambito regarding all of your international import and export needs. Frank also has domestic contracts with many of the largest coast-to-coast trucking companies in the USA for non-personal cargo. For the Newman Show listeners, just mention the Newman Show, and Frank will take 10% off your first domestic trucking shipment in the USA. Frank Sambito and Kayla Logistics, where your business is our priority. And you can reach Frank direct at 347-536-3933 or email at frank@kaylogistics.com. And if you've been following the news at all, stuff's been going on with China and tariffs and this, that, and the other thing. I think one level of the agreement's been signed already. I don't know what's going on, but Frank does. Yep. So if you're curious about international shipping or how any of that affects us, definitely give him a call. I also want to talk about Jason Martin, the owner and operator of Felon for Life Motorcycle Repair.
Yeah.
Although he specializes in Harleys, he will work on anything with two wheels. So if you have a Honda or a Yamaha or something, don't feel like you can't call him, because obviously you can. He knows what he's doing. He's very good at what he does. And the great thing about going to him is you're going to save a lot of money over going to a regular dealership or a mechanic.
Yes.
If you'd like to work on your own bike, he will help you. He will definitely give you the ability to do it yourself if you go there and work with him. Or, you know, I've known he's worked with people on the phone too. And one of the big things he tries to do is help the military vets to get back on for a little or no cost. Right now, he's getting someone's bike back on the road for free, basically.
Yeah, that's...
And he's been doing it through the donations that you guys have been giving out. So you can call him, you can reach out to him on Facebook. He'll give you his address. You can drop stuff off at the house, whether it's money, check, motorcycle parts, whatever it may be. He definitely appreciates it. I actually got to get in touch with Jay because I got to make sure, because there was a few people that were interested in helping vets, including Bobby, who was our guest from. He was the professional jet skier,
yes.
but he also owns the auto body shop, so he wanted to help out. I know the guy is from the guy and girl from F and Beauty wanted to help out.
Yep.
Mike and Maria. So, yeah, Jay, we'll talk soon. Plus, I still have your straps. I can give you back.
Really?
And yeah, last but not least, I want to talk about Sean and the Irish Pub.
Yeah.
And let me just pull this up right here.
I love the Irish Pub.
Irish Pub's great. We hang out there a lot. This Friday, like every Friday, they have karaoke starting at 10, and I believe the open bar is still going on. It's $30 for an open bar for 2 hours, which definitely helps you not only sing karaoke, but it helps you listen to it as well, because the more you drink, the better everybody sounds. He also, if you're a live music person, like if you can get up and just play and sing the guitar, give him a call. He's looking for stuff. There's darts on Monday and Tuesday night. I know he's looking for more people to join, not necessarily for this season, but next season. He constantly does things. We were just there yesterday for a cornhole tournament.
Cornhole tournament, yeah.
We love cornhole.
Do you really?
Yeah, me and my friends really love it.
Oh,
Seriously.
so 2 weeks he might be doing it again, so I'll let you know.
November.
It was a lot of fun.
I don't think I've only played once before.
I just learned over the summer.
And I went to practice and I threw a
First shot right in the hole.
First shot went right in the hole. I was like,
Right in the cornhole.
well there.
But yeah, Sean, give him a call. Also, on November 2nd, starting at 9 p.m., there's going to be a Halloween costume contest.
Yes.
I have a gig that night, which I'll get to in a little bit, but I'll try to stop by there afterwards because that sounds like it could be fun. The food there is great. Great bar food selection. He's got football specials. Let me just scroll back a little bit.
That Simpler platter yesterday was
Yeah, it was
fun,
really good.
So you can do like a little mix and match thing.
During the football games, you have 60-cent wings, $8 loaded potato skins. They were really good, too.
They were very good.
$6 hot pretzel nuggets, the $13 sample patter, which you were talking about, which you can pick and choose what you want in there. Loaded hot dogs, $2.50 Bud Light
Those
specials.
were good, too.
$5 Great South Bay Pumpkin or Sam Adam Oktoberfest specials. And as far as pitcher goes, you get $10 Bud Light, $17 Shock Top, and $17 Pumpkin. And again, that's the pitcher price, which is pretty damn good. So definitely go down there to watch football or just to hang out any night of the week. It's always a good crowd there. And I just want to give honorable mention once again to Fred Watkins, who made my logo here. He's a graphic artist and designer from the Voodoo Hound Graphic Art Design. Reach out to him. He's great. He'll help you with anything you need. And we'll get more back into the Irish Pub later because there's an event. There's 2 events going on there, which I'm going to bring up later.
Okay.
But in the meantime, let's get to Comic-Con.
Yeah.
You're, I guess, a Comic-Con resident expert, so I'll let you start. How many Comic-Cons you've been to?
I've been going regularly since 2011 now. Every year since 2011. I started going Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then I started doing Friday, Saturday. And I started doing Saturday, Sunday. Then just Saturday. And now it's just Thursday.
Well, then when she asked me to go, I said there's only one way, Thursday only, because I'm not dealing with any crowds.
Yeah.
And even though there's still crowds on Thursday,
Thursday's
it's
manageable.
near Friday, Saturday,
It's
Sunday.
manageable.
Yeah, you only get pushed a little bit.
Yeah, no, I couldn't handle the craziness of the weekend anymore. I know I miss out on cool stuff over the weekend with panels and costumes and whatnot, but I like.
Ironically enough, where the comic book area was in Comic-Con, there was no crowd.
There was no crowd.
Really?
You'd think
Where
a comic book convention, Comic-Con.
where the masks and the dolls and
The props, the
prop
figures,
stuff.
the
You could move.
memorabilia,
You could
collectibles. Yeah,
Oh,
that's where money is. Apparently, Comic-Con. It's not in comics. It's in the
It's in-
memorabilia.
Yeah.
It's like MTV. You know, it's not even about the music.
It's not
Yes.
just
The
television
Comic Con's not
anymore.
even about the comics.
Exactly.
I know Larry's listening. Larry's also an expert.
Yes, he
Larry,
is.
can you beat V on how many times you've been to Comic-Con? Tune in.
don't-
What about you? How often have you gone? Was this wasn't your first year, was
Third or fourth year?
it? Third or fourth? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if Larry has me beat in attendance, but he definitely has me beat in acquisitions.
Yes.
Acquisitions.
Yeah, he goes there intending to buy a lot of stuff,
okay.
and he makes out
I was like, this is a Wall Street deal at Comic
acquiring collectibles.
Like people with their
and-
computers.
So you're a veteran, you're like a 20-year vet. You're getting ready to retire. Oh, it's since 2012. So you actually haven't beaten years.
Okay, I have a year over him.
But yeah,
My-
like you said, Larry, it's a different experience for Larry.
Yes.
Do you do the autographs as well? Because I know our
Jeannie.
friend Jeannie that went with
Jeannie,
us.
she goes there.
Well, Jeannie and Paul, we
Jeannie
went
and Paul.
together, walked in the door, like, we'll see you, and they took off. We never saw them again.
They just get autographs.
They,
all the
they
time?
just made a beeline for the autograph because she always has specific celebrities that she wants to take pictures with and get
Right.
their autographs.
You can end up spending like $1,000 on autographs because it's 20 to about 80 in autographs.
It depends.
right?
I mean, a fairly known celebrity, you gotta
Yeah.
expect to shell out at least $400.
What? 400 for one
See,
autograph?
that's
That I've
crazy,
never
though,
heard.
because the event
Yeah, we
you
were
went to
talking
last
about this.
weekend,
Yeah.
Charlie Sheen was only $110.
Yeah.
I think it was 90 or maybe it went up.
Well, he was 110. Christina Ricci was 90. Because I was
60.
I wanted to go. Oh, she was only 60. See, I should have went.
Yeah.
Oh
Could have had a
man.
picture with him for 60
Yeah.
bucks.
But then when you go in those lines where
It
they
would have
have
cost
all,
me thousands, though, because it was at the show bar in
right,
Atlantic City.
when you go in the autograph lines, there will be a couple of celebrities. It's like celebrities, quote unquote, because it's like a C actor that was in a movie.
Right,
He'll be
definitely.
there in the
Oh,
free
yeah.
line,
Oh,
just
yeah.
waiting for people to come up to him and to give him an autograph and take a picture.
Who's that guy? I don't know. He's free.
Yeah.
Just get the autograph.
He was in this movie. Okay, I'll take it.
That'll be me next year.
So Larry said
One
he
of my
went
weird
Friday
movies.
and Saturday. Friday was for shopping. Saturday was for his podcast.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He used to do autographs, but this year only got one autograph. Sergeant Slaughter, you're a wrestling fan? I never would have known. What a shock. And yeah, you can see he got tired waiting on the line. Sly Stallone was like $375 one year, which, from what you're saying, actually seems pretty cheap then.
I remember my very first Comic-Con was in 2007. No, 2008. That was my very first Comic-Con, and back then it wasn't as big as it is
Yeah.
now at the Javits, because everything was on the first floor. You had and you had celebrities. You had a few booths, people selling things. It wasn't as nearly as crazy as it is now. And I remember just walking around, and I completely geeked out when I saw Lou Ferrigno. It was my first time seeing him in person. I was like, oh my God, it's Lou Ferrigno. I gotta take a picture with him.
Well,
So I did shell out $75 for an autograph and a
my
picture
God.
with him. But again, that was only $75. I did not spend
Larry's-
$250.
Larry's actually splitting his time with us in Raw right now, just so you know.
He what?
He's splitting his time with us in Raw.
Oh,
So we
that's
should
honored.
feel honored because
Yes. Wow.
he is a huge wrestling fan. Autographs probably range from 40 to 120. Get some bigger names for more money.
Definitely do. Yeah.
I personally don't see it. I mean, if it was someone I really want to meet and get a picture with, like a Christina Ricci or Charlie
Right.
Sheen, maybe. But just to get an autograph from someone that I'm really never going to do anything with.
I just
That's my
I just
question,
did it that
like-
first year because it was Lou Ferrigno. I got a picture. He autographed a picture of the Hulk for me. I got pictures with him. That's
Like, what do people do with these autographs? That's like a serious question here.
I think
You
some people
pay a
just
couple
cherish
hundred,
them,
you
but
just-
some people
do you,
wait
like,
for
put
them.
them under your pillow? Do you like laminate them and shower with them?
I think some
Like,
people intend on selling it
Yeah.
eventually, depending
Oh.
on
But
the
some it's
celebrity
made to
status.
them.
Right.
So if it says to Larry,
Right.
love Sergeant Slaughter,
Right.
unless you find someone named Larry, it's going to be really hard
gonna
to
be
sell.
really hard,
But
yeah.
that is a fair question. So Larry,
I
what
really
do
don't
you do
know.
with the autographs? Do you hold on to them? Do you frame them?
I think it's just like a scrapbook thing. You have your
I
collection.
used to
of
when I was little. I
autographs.
used to write to celebrities when I was little. There was a book,
Yeah.
and I would spend hours writing to people when I was like 7.
I did that
Joe
when I was
Pesci.
a
I got O.J.
teenager.
Simpson. That got stolen from me.
I wrote to when I lived in Haiti. I wrote to Jonathan Brandis.
Was it
my
stolen by
Loved him
gunpoint
in
from OJ?
Sequest.
Was that?
Was it stolen by gunpoint from OJ? Because I
I
already
don't
did
know
go
how-
out. That's
it
what
was
got him back in
gone.
jail. Give me my football,
My
autograph.
OJ page
I can't
was
make
gone.
another one.
I loved Jonathan Brandis in Sequest. I wrote to him, and I got an answer back, and a couple of autographed pictures. Like, oh my God, this is so cool! Like, I'm all the way in Haiti, and he answered me.
All right, so Larry said he's gone through phases. He would get the 8x10s, and he started getting video games signed, that pop finals to sign. And again, I can see a picture with the person.
Yeah.
Because then you can say, hey, look, I
Right.
met this person, but look, this person signed a piece of paper.
I know.
I
Right.
mean, if you're into it, that's cool. I just don't get it. Larry must have a really interesting story because he said he's gotten into fights with 2 actors from 2 different Star Trek generations at Comic-Cons. And I'm just going to take a guess here. Is it because they didn't know Star Trek as well as you? And they got something wrong? That's my guess.
I'm sure.
So, Larry, let me know if I'm right. Where is it? Mike saying if you get the chance, shower with them. It's mind-blowing. Who in particular?
Shower with them?
Yes, I guess the celebrities.
Oh.
Because I would definitely...
Okay, I
Kelly,
can see
Kelly
paying-
LeBrock?
I'll be honest, I would have went and showered with Christina Ricci at the New Jersey Horror Con.
Kelly,
I could see
And
shower.
I wouldn't have,
I could see paying
Charlie
to
Sheen jumped in, I
shower.
wouldn't have thrown him out.
Kelly LeBrock, perhaps?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Then-
You can shower with?
Then, exactly.
Mike Batista says it's worth more if it's personalized versus just their signature.
Okay.
But to who? Because again, if someone made something out to me, I can't sell it to her. It'd be worth more to me personally going, hey, they wrote this to me. But I would think just their typical signature would be worth more going,
I
hey,
would think so
I have a
too.
signed pop figure from this one, or this person's in this movie and they signed my copy of it.
Right.
But I don't know. Oh, I was wrong. He said he's not a Trekkie, they were just jerks.
Oh.
He argued with Will Wheaton
Wheaton.
and Shatner. And
Shatner.
if you don't know why I said it that way, you're not a Family Guy fan, so I have no respect for you.
Will Wheaton.
So if one of your fans were to ask for an autograph right now, how much would you charge?
Me? I
Yeah.
wouldn't.
No.
I wouldn't charge. I've actually given autographs, to be honest with you.
Right.
Because Jim Haggerty had put me in a couple of his films.
Yeah.
And I went to a convention to sell them. And someone asked me if I was in the movie, and I said, yeah. And they asked me to sign it, and I was like, I don't know.
What do
Me?
you don't
Really?
value yourself?
Oh, okay.
Right?
So, Jen said shower with them. I thought you said shower with them.
Yeah, I would shower. I could say paying to shower. That's kind of
Oh,
funny.
you said that first?
Interesting. Yeah, that I understand. The autographs, though, I don't know. Someone asked me for an autograph and is mailing me a picture
Yeah.
next week to
I mean,
sign.
it would have to be like, if Tom Cruise was at Comic-Con, yeah, I might save up to get his
Okay.
picture with him and autograph. I don't care how crazy he is. I still love him as an actor, so.
Yeah, like I said,
there's some actors
honestly,
I would probably still geek out over certain actors, but
You know, it really would be cool to have a picture with Charlie Sheen.
yes, it would.
And Christina
It would.
Ricci.
And Christina Ricci.
Like I said, I would have went there specifically for, 'cause seriously, why not?
Right. It's like when they had that I forget the name of this another
Oh,
convention.
you said showering first. I thought Mike brought it up. I'm sorry, I missed
You
your
guys did.
comment
No,
there.
I jumped on. I
They
thought
had that
was a thing.
convention at the Cradle of Aviation. Was it Eternal Con or something? Or Ace Con, yeah, it was a couple of years ago. And they had a two-for deal. You could take a picture of Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot. That one, if I
Well,
had the money, I would have gone there to take pictures
I
with them.
would have just did a one-for and took a picture with her twice. I have no interest in him, but her.
No, I do. So,
Well, then we could have split it. You could have him, I'll take her.
okay.
Fair enough. Yeah, Gal's another one I probably would. But again, I'm not going to spend $400 or $500.
If they want to
There's no
sign
way.
blank
There's no
checks,
way.
then I'll do that.
You want to give me a picture and an autograph?
Maybe if
on
I
that
saved up a
picture?
lot of money for that Comic Con, which is weird because there is one Comic Con where this one time I literally spent the whole year saving just for Comic Con, and I went there with $1,000. I was
my
like,
God.
I'm gonna buy stuff.
See, Larry again.
Spent it?
I did.
Oh,
I did not go for autographs though, but I did
my
buy a lot of
goodness.
collectibles and books and
Okay.
lots of stuff that normally I would just walk by. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll
That's
take
good.
that.
It's good to support.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully the right
Yeah, I got this
vendors.
cool 12-inch She-Ra doll, like Princess of Power, with all the accessories. I was like, so.
So Larry said the most he spent for a photo op at Comic-Con was $180 for Hulk Hogan. Again, another wrestler. What a shock.
Oh.
But, Hulk Hogan is iconic
Yeah.
in the wrestling world.
It's
I don't know
Hulk
if there's a bigger name at this point.
Even if you're not a wrestling fan, you want to
Yeah,
picture
everybody
Hulk
knows who
Hogan.
he is. He also said Ace Comic Con sucked. I actually was going to ask this question, Larry, so I'm glad you brought it up. Jen had a different role there at Comic-Con. She wasn't there as a, walking around. You actually were working the trauma booth.
Yeah.
So Larry wants to know what it was like being behind the table.
I love being out of the crowd. Always. I'm like allergic to crowds. I think I said that last time I came here. That the bathroom looks like Jay saw the Jackson Pollock painting. I don't like to go to a crowded place. It's great. The trauma people are great. Tom, what's up, Tom?
They were a lot of fun.
Gabe was there. They're good. They're always in a good mood. They're always creative. They're always fun. And I always like to shoot content and film and joke around. So to me, shooting content, I live for that. Okay. I will lose sleep to shoot content and to be out of the crowd. So that's. Yeah.
Mike's bringing up a good point. 375 goes much further at the AVN Awards and convention.
Oh no! That's an interesting one.
Yeah, you could actually be filmed with them. I think for that price.
I worked the AVN.
Did you really?
1 year.
What was that like? I always wanted to go, just out of sheer curiosity.
What's the AVN?
Yeah, I went with
adult video.
Oh yes,
2010 because I was a trainer. So there was a bodybuilding company. The owner of the bodybuilding company actually died. R.I.P. But they had bodybuilding supplements and they had a sex supplement. So I was there with the only non-sex related, selling fat burners and sleep aids and all.
Nice.
I was younger. So we were right across from the Fleshlight booth. So all day we saw Fleshlight, and they dressed me up in a cheetah costume, body paint, and I was one of the only non-porn stars there. I was the only bodybuilder type, and we shot a 3D. That was when 3D porn had just come out.
Okay.
So somewhere out there is footage of me as a cheetah on 3D video. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to
jumping around.
Yes, if
as
you
a
find
cheetah.
that.
I know one of my
Send it to me.
friends found something because he worked for the porn industry and he found some photos of me on some website. It was just dressed.
Right.
Yeah.
I was there with a bodybuilding company.
Well, I think they do that a lot though too.
Interesting.
Surprisingly enough, the porn industry is not always honest. But they'll have a picture of a girl on a cover that's nowhere in the video, or they
really?
will just have regular models' pictures.
Look
that
at
have
Dennis,
nothing
the
to do
porn
with
expert over here. I don't know.
That's about my knowledge of porn.
That's it?
I don't even know any websites for porn.
But that's interesting. Okay.
But I do know really good animal sites if you like cute animals.
Bestiality?
No, just cute. Like if you like hamsters, there's one called X Hamster. It's just little hamsters running around. It's very cute. I want to check it out.
It's not related to porn.
No. I lie.
I'll tell my little cousins about it.
Yeah.
Sounds adorable.
But yeah, see, everyone goes to Comic-Cons for different reasons. People want to know why I go. It's very simple. The girls.
The girls?
Yeah, I didn't think to tell you to send me pictures to send them to put up, but if anyone's been to, you can just look up Comic-Con and put images and you'll see what I'm talking about. I finally got a picture with Slave Leia. Took me 3 years, but I got it.
You actually got you got two layers.
Yes, but Slave Leia is the
Slave
one
Leia was the one you were going for, yeah.
If you've seen the Slave Leia outfit,
Right.
There's a girl that walks around. I don't know if it's the same one every year or a different
There's
one.
multiple Slave
But
Leias.
I didn't get close enough the first year to get to it because that's when I wore my full armor and I couldn't move. And she just disappeared. I was like, damn it. So this year I caught her. If it was the same girl, and
It was almost immediately when we walked in.
You can't see, but we'll show Jack.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's the outfit, so
Yeah,
I went
post
for
that
that.
up. Wow,
Yeah, I'll have to
Yeah.
put pictures up.
And you
have
knew not to
ceremonial
wear your
Leia
human
and Slave
chastity
Leia.
belt.
And yeah, there's a lot of really cool. What was the one girl that was really cool? She was Jim Henson.
Jim Henson.
That was just awesome.
Girl
'cause
was
she-
Jim
yeah, she was just Jim Henson.
She was
and
walking around and she had the boom mic and she had a beard and she was holding Kermit. And I was like, Jim Henson. I
Yeah.
was like, that's genius.
And
That's
honestly,
cool.
it was just a good costume. It was nothing sexy
no,
or anything.
no,
It was just really cool.
It was just a really clever costume.
Oh, that's cool.
She was walking around as Jim Henson.
But
And that's something I love about
I like
Comic-Con
that.
is that a lot of people focus on the latest movie, the latest characters.
Yeah.
But then there's so many other past movies and TV shows and books that you can draw from. Like that lady that was walking
cool.
around with her friends. They were the assholes from Spaceball.
yes, that was pretty good. But yeah, some
off.
of the costumes are just amazing.
Oh, yes.
I mean, like that one girl. I don't know what she was, like a
She was
ghost princess or whatever. There was just a lot put
it's like
into it.
demon,
Another sexy
demon
one.
dragon chick.
Put these up on the screen. You're gonna see, yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
We'll have to figure it out. Yeah, I should have
see
prepared.
that.
Larry's
I
saying
should have
there's
prepared
three
a
types of
slideshow.
cosplayers: women who dress like Harley Quinn and can pull it off, women who dress like Harley Quinn and can't pull it off. God bless them, they're proud to try, and guys dressing like Harley Quinn. But surprisingly, at least not on Thursdays, we haven't seen that many Harley Quinns yet. There's been a couple.
No,
but
not that
not
many.
as many as I would have expected, but... girls wearing almost nothing.
What was the big
anime stuff? That's
a lot of
all over the
anime
place.
character. What was the big female costume this year? Because we saw a lot of bro Thors.
Well, for the guy, it was definitely Fat Thor, which I'm allowed to say.
Yes.
You can't. You could say Bro Thor.
Bro
you
Thor,
could say Dude
okay.
Thor, but yeah.
Dude
No.
Thor. That was a big costume this year. And we didn't see as many Deadpools. Usually you get that whole wave of Deadpools.
Yeah, Deadpools and Spider-Man are usually all over the place.
I did see a few Spider-Mans. That's still a very popular costume.
Mike said he never get past 10 minutes in a porn movie. I think you're bragging, Mike. I don't think it's been anywhere near 10 minutes. Serious question. How often does a cosplay cross over to bedroom fun and sex? That's a good question, too, because I know there's a... cosplay is really taking on a life of its own. And we've had some cosplayers on the show when we were Pinnacle Cats and Comics. And some people, they just transform into that person and like playing dress up and going out. Some people like to live that character. And yeah, some do bring it home to the bedroom and dress up as different fantasies. I'm sure if you look for it, I'm sure there's cosplay porn out there.
Oh, wow.
Actually, what did you send me the article of? The Joker porn.
Oh yes, this weekend there was a big spike on Pornhub in Joker porn.
Wow.
Apparently it's
People
a thing
making
right now
their
because the
own-
movie Joker came out. So
And
apparently
they're making their own Joker porn?
Apparently.
I
don't
guess
know.
Good job.
I
I might
have to do
guess
some research
Joker's
and look
going
it up.
around banging women on
Very
Pornhub.
creative.
There was
Larry,
a big spike on Pornhub apparently.
Larry has a question for you, ladies.
Sure.
In all honesty, your opinion, at what point does cosplay become too sexy? He's not a prude, but some women are basically just in pasties and a thong.
Oh,
So,
I mean there are some characters like
Okay.
you see a chick walking around as what's her name, Emma Frost from the X-Men. It's literally just lingerie. She's just wearing lingerie and just parading around in her underwear.
but is that too far? That's what he's asking. Is there such a thing as too much when it comes to that?
In some instances, I would say yes. Cosplay is not an excuse to walk around in your underwear.
So what
It's-
instance is it too
it's-
far?
What do you think?
Public. Yeah.
I mean, you don't want you
Yeah.
don't want to get too indecent. Is what I'm saying. You still want to
What's
keep
too
it
indecent?
tasteful.
Yeah.
That's a question. And again, if
Oh, I have thoughts on that.
the character itself is dressed like that and that's what you're going for, is it too far? I don't think so. I mean, if you're like, I've seen girls on Halloween just wearing like mesh outfits, completely see-through, with basically electrical tape covering the nipples and the crotch.
Right.
But everything else is exposed. What are you?
I think it
You're not
depends on,
you're going out as slutty as possible. That's
Right.
different. But if you're dressing as a character and they're wearing basically nothing, like Slave Leia or that demon
Right.
or that Predator girl last year,
Yes.
I don't think it's a problem. What do you think?
I think it depends on the venue. I think it depends.
That's
yeah,
a good point
that
too.
too. It depends on the
Like
venue.
if I'm with all guys and they're my close guy friends and I know that they can like protect me, then I'll wear less and I might wear heels. But actually, as a rule, I do not wear heels and I don't wear skirts if I have to walk even a block by myself anywhere because I've been followed multiple times.
Right.
So it really depends who I'm with, and I don't like to be anywhere where someone can touch me. And if someone can touch me, then I generally will cover up.
But then also you're
So,
at a place like
yeah.
COMICON, which is it's supposed to be family friendly.
Yeah, because Larry says that too. Like when
Oh,
kids walking
okay.
around,
Didn't
it's
know
still a
that.
reason to dress less. Now, all right, maybe. Well, here's the thing. Especially going to the Marvel movies, there weren't many kids there. It was mostly adults in most of those Marvel movies. I
Few
don't
teens
think
and
comics.
mostly
A lot of
adults.
these comics, especially like Mike brought up too, like the Japanese anime where they're almost nude. A lot of these comics are not made for children at all. They're
Not
made for
anymore.
adults.
Yeah.
So maybe you could have Comic-Con, being that there's different levels there, have one level like a family-friendly version of Comic-Con where you have to be dressed a certain amount to be in there.
Right.
Where it's children-friendly.
So yes.
And then everything else is fair game because, again, if you walk around, are there kids there? Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
mostly adults.
Right.
Mostly. I would say probably 98% of them.
Actually, the
Or adults.
Right.
weekend is like Sundays, really
Kids,
usually
right?
when kids come in.
I took my stepbrother, a couple years ago.
So yeah, maybe be fair and split it up a bit because again, you take that aspect away from Comic-Con, it's going to have a drastic drop in attendance.
Or we
True.
just be more like Europe and just get comfortable with nudity and
Yeah.
stop getting so excited because it's not that exciting. It's the human body, people. Calm down.
Right.
How about that? Catch me outside.
I mean, Larry, I don't know if you like those answers. Well, I see you did the thumbs up, so I guess
Yeah.
I don't know whose answer he liked best,
Right.
but because we kind of with 3 different
Yeah.
takes on that.
Well, I myself, I like going to Comic-Con. I like the cosplay. I don't mind posing.
You're classy. I've seen you do it
Thank
classy.
you. I don't mind posing for people, like, because everybody's like, oh my God, can I take a picture? Can I take
Yeah.
a picture? Can I take a picture
You're, like,
with you?
adorable with
Sure. I like that, you know?
Yeah.
So I like going for the cosplay. I like going to see what people are selling, hopefully buy a thing or two there. Just like seeing all the other costumes and geek out over some of the costumes.
Yeah, the female Thor was awesome too. I would definitely
She
wanna
was
mention
very
her.
good, yes.
Do you have a picture of her to show,
I
Jen?
do,
Because
yes.
this girl, she was a big girl too.
Okay.
Just like she was almost my height, and she really like sold
Yeah,
it.
she
Like
was a female
I could see
Thor.
her cast as female Thor in a
okay.
movie.
Interesting. Let's see. Her face is covered?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she was wearing the
Oh.
whole,
She's wearing
like,
a mask.
yeah.
But as you can
She
see,
almost looks like a Ghostbuster.
she's not really wearing
Tan.
big heels or anything like that.
No.
And I'm kind of tucked forward, so is she. But you can see we're almost, I don't know how
yeah.
high that goes up. She's almost the
she
same
was a
height as
big
me.
girl, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I
Yeah, that's
definitely,
like-
and she was like she was in shape. I mean, look at the arms on her.
hard to tell.
It's hard to tell, but you can
But
tell
she's
like
definitely some
she
with
can
it.
pull off female
Yeah.
Thor. Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know if you're an actress, female Thor, or who you are, but hopefully you get cast.
Yeah, and just
I
like
wanna see her
watching
face.
the other costumes and
Larry likes your cosplay too.
thank you. That's pretty much it. I mean, the past few years, there were days where I went with friends and we attended some of the panels. And really, I just went along with them just so I could get to sit down for a half hour or so. That was one of my reasons for attending some of the panels. Like some of them was like, I had no interest in the subject matter, except for when I went for the, the 35th anniversary of the Karate Kid panel? Was it
Oh,
35
interesting.
years? Yeah, I think it was the 35th anniversary
there.
or 30th. But that was fun because I was sitting like a row away from Ralph Macchio and William Zabka. And
That's cool. He was my first
pretty much
crush.
everybody except Mr. Miyagi. Rest in peace.
Larry, I agree with you. You said shockingly there wasn't a lot of jokers from the new movie, and I wonder if so many people are like, I'm not doing it because everybody else is doing
Yeah.
it,
Right.
so nobody does it. I don't know if
Yeah.
it was one of those
Right,
things.
right.
So I'm thinking.
And he loved the cosplayers. She could do business cards. A lot of people actually do this professionally. There are websites
yes.
devoted to people who are basically professional cosplayers.
Oh,
They
yeah.
go around. They're actually paid to go around from convention to convention
Look
as
at
guests.
Yeah. It's really
look at
interesting.
Yaya Han. She made a business out of it. She started out just making her own costumes and going to conventions, and it took off. So to the point where she had her own reality show where
Wow.
people would make doing their own cosplay and they were judging cosplay.
Yeah, that's fascinating to
Now
me.
she has her own line of cosplay fabric to make costumes.
What?
You go to Joanne Fabrics and there's all this whole section just for cosplay.
Wow.
She,
I do follow a couple of
she built
cosplayers
an
on
empire
Instagram.
just
That's
on
really
cosplay,
smart.
which is
Bravo,
awesome.
yeah. Wow.
I do follow a couple
Okay.
of cosplayers on Instagram for that reason because they
Yes.
show you like how they come up with the idea, how they make the pattern,
Right,
how they
that's
make the outfit.
cool.
I
Yeah,
find that really
and they
cool.
make everything
It's
from
not like they go to
scratch almost.
Ruby's and put the stuff on and go, I'm a cosplayer. No,
Right.
Right.
they own it.
Which is
They're
why,
making
and
it.
which is why, in a way, I really don't consider myself a cosplayer because I've only really made one costume from scratch. That was my Michonne costume. Now, well, I didn't make it from scratch, but I did work a lot on it, and I got a plain wooden katana online. I painted it and braided the handle to look just like Michonne's katana. I got a leather vest online, but then I had to cut the sides and put the lacing. So I put a lot of effort into that costume. But I guess I'm more of a costumer, really, more than a cosplayer. As a cosplayer, you're making your stuff from scratch. You're
Yeah.
sewing everything, you're stapling everything, you're taping everything.
Oh.
Usually I buy a costume in a store and then I accessorize it to make it as authentic as possible from the movie or comic it's from.
I guess I'm a cosplayer because I put a lot of effort into the last 2 years. I wore black and put a
Yeah.
cape on that you made,
Yeah.
which was hard. And last year I wore a leather jacket. And,
Yeah,
and
you
I
basically reached into your closet and pulled
Yeah.
out your leather jacket.
pulled out my actual clothes that I wear, wore all black, and I had the Negan.
The
Oh,
Negan
yeah.
rubber
bat.
bat.
Yeah, that's on your intro.
So I mean
no?
that's which is the intro that
Yeah,
was
I like
from last
that
year's
part.
Comic-Con.
Yep.
And that that's tough. That's really tough. But it was all my own stuff. It was my own outfit, just with the prop.
Yep.
Let's see her cape. Let's see with a bat. So.
But I would love to eventually make something from scratch and actually cosplay something
Do
I
it.
made with my bare hands. You know,
Do it.
just gotta find like a phenomenal costume to work on.
So I want
Just
to,
find young children.
unless you have anything else to talk about with Comic-Con, I want to talk about what we have coming up Friday.
Sure, you go.
Friday is in Staten Island, it's the 5th.
It is the fifth annual Vault of Horror Film Festival.
Right. And it begins at 5 p.m. and I guess it goes till whenever.
Yeah.
And they're showing a bunch of horror movies there. But at some point, there will be a zombie beauty pageant. Which
Who will win the Mr. and Mrs. 2019 Zombie? Who will win?
Who will
And
win?
we will be cleaning up the world one zombie at a time. So we have a Mr. Zombie, a Mrs. Zombie, and a They Zombie. And all three will be crowned for the final months of 2019, this decade, to fix this world.
All right.
And we will be fixing the world with ending small talk, with ending halitosis, with ending long texting. You know, all the important issues that are plaguing America.
Can I add to the long texting?
Sure.
The rapid short texting. Of like 10, 15 questions in a row, and it's just like, I didn't even get to answer the first question, so I'm lost now.
Well, that is
Can we fix that too?
default. That's Adderall. Just ban
Yes.
Adderall
Okay.
and cocaine, and we'll fix that problem. Maybe ban Starbucks. Don't ban Starbucks.
Yes, ban Starbucks. They're racist anyway.
Are they?
Yeah, they don't like anybody.
Is everyone
No, they
racist?
don't like
Because
cops and-
Starbucks, first they threw out the black guys for hanging out,
Yep.
and the place
Black
we were supposed to
ice?
hang out.
Black eyes.
Black, yeah.
Watch out for black ice!
Then they threw out cops for hanging out,
Oh,
but drinking coffee. They all bought coffee because
yeah.
apparently they scared
Apparently,
people.
it was making somebody uncomfortable.
And I just started.
Oh.
I didn't read the whole article, but apparently there's some new CEO or manager of a Starbucks that said she hates white people.
what?
So white people, black people, and cops cannot go to Starbucks. So I don't know who's left. I mean,
I mean, I am not
Asians
the
and
biggest fan
Puerto
of white
Ricans,
people. Ricans. Ricans only.
yes.
That's funny.
So this Starbucks across the street from Starbucks, I think they're going to start losing franchises
Yes.
at this rate.
I like 7-Eleven.
Yes, I do too.
I really do.
Larry had another question for you, Jen.
Sure.
As an actress, do you feel the need to start attending these cons, whether small or big, to get your name further out there, or do the studio make you flicks for ass to attend? What does that say?
What, Larry?
Do the
What are you
stu-
saying? You're speaking from
Do the
another
studios
planet?
you made movies for ask you to
okay.
attend?
Yes,
and
yeah, I had to read
yes.
it bigger and it made sense.
Yes, Larry.
Like Trauma.
There's like maybe 7 movies I'm in now, but a lot of them aren't released until the end of this year or next year. So I'm thinking after their release, which a lot of people don't even think I'm working because nothing's coming out. Then yeah, I think there will be more of a need to go to these cons, and it'll be fun because I like to play sports. I don't really like to watch sports. I like to kind of do things. I'm not really much of a spectator, except from Netflix and stuff in my face. So yeah, I think in 2020 and 2021, I will be promoting a lot of very interesting movies.
Larry, I will further that because I've actually been starting to get back to acting myself again, and any networking opportunity where you can meet people who have an interest in what you might be in is a good idea. Because
Yes.
you never know who you're going to meet.
You never know.
As a matter of fact, I was doing stage fright at the Paramount. Well, it's right next to the Paramount, the bar that's attached
It's
to
a
it.
Spotlight at
It's
the
Spotlight. They
Paramount.
have like a haunted bar set up and actors walk around and scare people, which I was doing. I ended up talking to this girl who films for the Travel Channel, and they do haunted stuff. So she grabbed my info.
Nice.
She said they're pretty much done for this year.
Nice.
But as they film in New York again and do stuff, she wanted to,
What's up, Dennis?
do something.
Dennis, don't leave me hanging down.
Oh, sorry. So where else did I meet somebody? Somebody else grabbed my info for. I mean, just anywhere you go, you throw it in there. If you're at a con and you're dressed up,
Right.
and you say, "Yeah, I'm an actor, I'm an actress, I've been in this."
Yeah.
If one person wants it and likes it, and if it's the right person, it could turn
right.
into a
Yeah.
bigger gig.
Sure. Yeah.
Or start building up the fan base because you don't have a fan base like a Gal Gadot right now. It doesn't mean you can't get one, but you have to start somewhere.
Sex
Right.
tape.
So you have to get out
Sex
there and
tape.
do it.
Once I got my sex tape, it's over.
Which is why she was at the AVN. She
Right.
was, pushing that cougar sex
all
tape.
coming together, literally coming together.
So yeah, any opportunity, because people that are there like things,
Yes.
whether it's TV,
Right.
movies, whatever. That's your crowd. That's your
Right.
that's
Sure.
your wheelhouse. That's where you want to be in.
Right.
So
And I was going to Chamber of Commerce meetings trying to promote my movies. What was I thinking?
But no, like I said, I think anywhere is a good thing.
Public libraries.
You know, you'd be surprised how many people are trying to make it too.
Yes.
Or have something to do in the industry.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah,
it's always good to get out there. Same with real estate. I mean, people got to live somewhere. Mm-hmm. So
You know what I
always
like to
put it
see,
out
though,
there.
about
People
these
like
cons?
movies, always put it out there.
I like to see people excited about things because I think as I've gotten older, it's kind of hard for me to get excited about things. And I went with friends,
Right.
and I wasn't really that excited to be at HorrorCon, but they were so excited.
Right.
And like hearing you talk about it, and I'm just like, oh, it's just beautiful.
I'm just a big kid. I go,
I don't know,
oh my God, look at Wonder Woman. I got to take a picture with her.
Yeah,
oh my God, look at
it's
Superman.
contagious.
You know,
Like,
it's-
I need that.
I'm just a big kid.
Well,
I like
say,
that.
I don't know.
I act the same way at the Renaissance Fair. Like, oh my God, look, it's a
It's
nut.
good,
I got to
yeah.
take a picture with him.
Yeah, I need that in my
watching,
life.
but the first horror convention I went to, I'm like, where was this all my life? I had no idea these were this
Mm-hmm.
fun. I want to go all the time.
Well, Friday.
But the
should be fun.
novelty does kind of wear off after a while, and things
Mm-hmm.
have changed. Like, it was a lot more fan friendly
Okay.
in the beginning. Then it became like a money grab,
Right.
where you had to pay
Yeah.
for everything, and it's like, you know,
I mean, I get it. The world is expensive.
yeah.
But I feel weird.
Jay just
signing.
joined. What's up, Cyclone? Hope you're feeling better.
Oh, hi. What's wrong now, Cyclone?
Yeah, he's got a lot going on, unfortunately,
No.
and I'm just hoping he gets better and can get back here and start doing it in the cage again.
Yeah.
Hope so.
So,
You know I can help.
is it time for the big reveal?
I think it is.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, this will be the final month of the Newman show for a while. I've had a good run. It's been a lot of fun, but unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on which way you look at it, my schedule has filled up so much that I just can't do this like I am right now.
Right.
With the real estate, I will talk about it more in the next couple of weeks. We're going to start doing meetup groups on Mondays once in a while because it's the only night I have free, which I don't right now, so I have to free it up. And there's going to be all different topics that I'm going to work with Wynn, who I was here with last week, whether it's how to fix your credit score, what's the home buying process, what qualifies somebody as a first-time home buyer, because
Okay.
it doesn't necessarily mean your first home. You know, there are
Right.
questions with this, and if you come to the meetup groups and the seminars, you will get to find out about this.
Right.
How much house can I afford? That's a big question. A lot of people think they know, but they don't because they don't count things in, like taxes or mortgage rates or
Or redoing flooring, or having
Or,
an oil
yeah, work that needs to be
spill,
done.
or having your entire garden ripped out, or having
Yeah.
your front walkway
The
ripped
gateway
out,
to
which
hell.
is my entire week.
Yeah.
I saw that. They opened up the gateway to hell.
It's like money pit.
Oil in your basement. You know.
Yeah, leaks, constant leaks, things backing up, bad plumbing. You know, there's just so
Yeah.
much that goes on.
I'm not backed out my houses.
So I want to do that. And like I said, the acting thing, once I put it out there, things started coming back. It's
Good.
just, I started getting to things like I'm working the stage fright. I'm doing a couple of projects with you.
Nice.
One being this Friday.
You're going to be in the movie with Jim Haggerty, maybe?
Jim had reached out to me, and I'm supposed to be shooting with him. So this thing's going on.
Yeah, this is good.
So it's bittersweet, but it's been a lot of fun. The studio has been great. Strong Island has been great. Paradise
Yeah.
Studios here.
One of the best studios in New York, baby.
Yes.
Yeah. It is.
I guess it's like a year I've been here now.
I
Because
believe
it
so,
started,
yes.
you know, with Teresa with Pinup School Cats and Comics, and then I switched to the Newman Show. Plus, we had the year at the other station, almost a year there. So it's, you know, a couple of years I've been doing this. So I definitely enjoy it, and I will miss it. But it's not necessarily the end. It's just the end for now.
Right.
Once things free up a little bit, I start getting some life back again.
gonna
Because
take a break.
these things aren't easy. I mean, this classes, I like to be the best
You're
I
busy.
could be in everything.
Yeah.
You're busy.
So there's real estate courses I got to take to be the best. As far as the comedy and stuff like that goes, there's comedy and improv courses and acting workshops and all the stuff I'm trying to do to try to make myself better.
It's good to have phases.
So,
Yeah.
I'm all about phases.
you know, that plus having 2 jobs, that
Now you're
there's,
so
you know,
busy.
this little time to sleep
And
as
you'll be
it
my
is.
bodyguard on
Yes.
Friday. So you're going to be really busy fending
Hey.
off from zombies.
Maybe I'll take over and start a show about women and motorcycles.
Ha!
Yeah, that would be fun.
Cosplaying or something.
So with that, the reason why I bring this up is I do have a couple of gigs coming up. November 2nd, let me just pull up my page so I can give you accurate information. On November 2nd, I'm going to be at the Shabby Tabby easy for me to say,
I
Cat
have that
Cafe.
written down.
I can't wait for that
It's
show.
November 2nd at 7:30. There's only going to be like 3 of us there. 3-4 comics max, so it's going to be a lot of show. It's only $20 per person.
Yep.
It's bring your own because it's just like a hangout place. And
7:30.
You get to hang out with
if you
cats.
like cats, you're going to love it because the cats are walking around and they're all adoptable.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
if there's a cat walking around, you're like, wow, I want that cat. You may be able to leave with that cat.
It
You
might
could
actually
maybe
be
able-
dangerous for me to go
Yeah,
to
that's,
that
that's
show.
a very
I
cool
will be
place.
tempted
If
to
you like
adopt all of them.
cats, that's a very cool place.
Yes.
I
And-
really
haven't
is.
been there yet. I've been dying to go there.
My mom
so
took me
I
there.
cannot wait for that show.
She made me close my eyes
I
while
will
walking
be-
through a parking lot.
I
And she
will be
goes,
holding every cat. I'll be sitting there like, hey, kitty.
but if they're sleeping, don't try to pet them because they'll growl at you.
Oh.
It's a host of 3 comics, so again, it's not like it's not going to be a lot of craziness there, so being that it's only 3 comics and a host, if you could come down, it definitely would help because
Yeah,
we want to try to
definitely.
fill the
Come
place
on
and do the right
down,
thing.
adopt a
Some money
cat.
raised is going to help them too. That Monday, so let me pull a calendar up here. The first Monday in November, November 4th, is going to be a fan appreciation night at the Irish Pub for the Newman show. So I would like all my sponsors to be there. Hopefully we can get Teresa, we can drag her out.
Yeah.
Because she's been part of this journey.
Teresa, if you're watching,
So,
Teresa is the
better be
OG.
there.
well, maybe Mike. He wants to know if he can touch every pussy in the place. As long as you're orange. You have to be orange to do it. And what else? Strong Island. You know what, Larry? If you're interested, I would definitely talk to Bobby if you're kind of serious about that, because this is a great studio. As you see how it's run, you've been here. I don't have to worry about anything. I know I know there's been Facebook issues, so that has nothing to do with the studio. So
No.
the sound not
Yeah.
being there and everything, that's not a studio issue because here it works perfectly. When I play it back, it works perfectly. That's a Facebook thing. And I'm not exactly sure what's going on with Facebook because views are all over the place lately.
Yeah.
People aren't seeing the show. Like, oh, you're not doing the show anymore? I'm like, what are you talking about? I still put it out there. Oh, I haven't seen it in a while. Then if I send them an invite, they'll see it. Then some people can start watching it with no sound.
Yes, that's
But
happened
everybody
to
else
me.
has sound, but then they
That's
reset
weird.
it and it comes back. So I don't know what's going on
Maybe
with
you're
that.
just so controversial that Zuck is blocking
Maybe,
you.
maybe I'm getting
Maybe.
shadow banned. It could
I
be.
don't know, I really don't know.
It's possible. I've seen a lot of people complain about stuff like that lately.
Yes.
Nah, you're
As a
not
matter of fact,
controversial.
you know what? I'm going to give him a plug too, even though,
You gonna give Zuck
Manny.
a plug?
yes, Maddie, actually, because Tugboat Maddie, who was a guest on the show, is Pinnacle Cats of Comics, does a lot of stuff for vets. He's a vet himself, and he was trying to promote a show. Where is it?
There it is.
He was trying to promote a show, Veterans on the Loading Comedy Night, with headlining Chris Roach, who's a phenomenal comic. And they were pulling it away. They were taking it off. It was labeled as
Why?
offensive. Apparently someone complained about it. So he put it up again, and they threatened to shut down his account.
The Post?
This post,
That's
this
it?
this
That's it.
flyer
This
right
Flyer.
here. So on October 15th from 6:30 to 8:30
There's nothing offensive
at the
about a
Patchogue
flyer.
Theater for the Performing Arts, go down for a comedy night. Tickets are $20. If you're a veteran, they're only $15. It's hosted by Dave Rogers. You got headliner Chris Roach, and you got a whole bunch of guys there. I don't know if I can
And
read
that
these.
got
Art
reported?
Schill, Sid. Yeah, it got reported and pulled down.
So there's probably someone who doesn't like one of these people.
Brian James, Tugboat Manny, Andrew
be.
Yeah,
Maganos,
that's it.
John Ragu, and
You got an angry comic or an ex-girlfriend or
Big Artie.
boyfriend or
so
something.
definitely go down. And again, this money goes to help vets. So yeah, definitely. But still, here's my opinion on that. If someone's going to report this as offensive, before they pull it off and threaten to shut the guy's account,
They
how about
should
look at it
review it.
first?
Yeah,
look at
for
it.
sure.
Look at it. This.
No, my friend's account got taken down
Because
recently.
unless veterans are offensive on Facebook, which if it is, then I'm done with Facebook too. That's
knows?
ridiculous because
Yeah.
everything's offensive to people now.
Well, it just seems like you have one or two enemies, then they'll report stuff.
If
which
you're
is-
offended, be offended by yourself. Stop bitching about everything.
Come to my
Stop
face
calling
and
people.
tell me you're offended, but don't mess with my livelihood.
I'm offended by people who are offended.
You know what, Larry? What are you guys doing next
That's it.
Monday? If you guys want to come on next Monday, I'd love to have you guys back. But it's going to be like a trending topic show, so we're going to talk some controversial stuff. I know Frank will probably be up for it. I know he likes to complain and stuff. So you guys let me know if you want to do it. Then you're definitely on next week. And then the last week, I just want to kind of have a recap of the last couple of years
Okay.
of my radio TV venture.
You'll have an I'll be back show.
Yeah.
I'll be
And like I
back.
said, I'm hoping it's temporary. I would like to come back. I would like to do this again. Hopefully, when I want to come back, there's still availability here. Because I know there's a lot of shows.
Yeah.
Here.
But they're expanding, so
Yeah, they are expanding. So by then, maybe that'll be
there'll
done.
probably be more studios by then.
Yeah.
So
I might not be on at this day and time, but shows change.
we'll
Could
see.
change.
Que
Times
sera,
change.
sera. We will see.
Something in here is getting me, man. My allergies are flaring up.
It's me.
So we have a few minutes left. So, like I said, that Monday, the first Monday in November, there's going to be a fan appreciation, sponsor appreciation show at or hangout night at the Irish Pub.
The Irish Pub.
What we're doing specifically, and I never even said where they were. They're in Baldwin on Merrick Road, right by Grand Avenue. They're in between Milburn and Grand. I don't know the specific address offhand right now, but it's easy to find. It's by the first precinct, so you don't have to go far to get arrested if that's what you want to do. But that Wednesday
then you can just
is
get
going to be in
out.
Aragona. Yeah, you can just come right
Because
back
you have a
out.
whole show about just bail reform and
Yeah.
Which Wednesday
no
is
one
that?
goes
That's
to jail.
true. That's true. I want to
So
talk
if
about
you
that.
get arrested,
Which
you're fine.
Wednesday are you planning to
The
do that?
first Wednesday in November,
Oh, okay.
which is, I have to look at the calendar again.
As long as it's not October 30th, then we're good.
No, it's November. It's November 6th. There will be another show at the Irish Pub Comedy Show, an Aragona show. I originally was listed as the host, so if you see an old flyer around, I can't host because I do have a class that night, but I'm coming from the class to the show and then from the show to work. Just to give you an idea of what my life is like.
Yeah.
I will have to go to work, nap, class, comedy, work, but this is what we're going to be doing. Next week, as part of the show, I do want to go over bail reform again because it's getting close, and I only have 2 shows left. I want to make sure everybody knows what's going on.
Yeah, that's very
On
interesting.
January 1st, they're basically opening up the jail and letting people out. And people don't believe this is true. I see it all the time. This is not true. They're not letting anyone dangerous out.
So who's being let out January 1st? What type of people?
Well, it's any misdemeanor
Okay.
and any what they consider nonviolent felony.
Okay.
But some of these things on the list of nonviolent felony are like rape 3,
not
arson,
violent.
burglary, assault of a peace officer,
That's not
EMT. Not according to the Democrats, because this was pushed through,
Yeah, that's
and I
wild.
really tried not to attack specific party lines, but I have no choice anymore. This was put out, it was shoved in there with the budget, and all the Democrats voted for it.
Okay.
The Republicans tried to put up resistance to it, but it was one of those, you do this or there's no budget. Now that it's getting close, some Democrats are going, oh, I didn't know it was there. I didn't want to, now I have no choice. But bullshit. They've been
typical.
trying to get these out. You see it in mostly liberal-run states like New York and California. They just want these people out. There was someone just recently, they attacked a court officer, got arrested, and someone bailed them out.
Wow.
This
Very interesting.
liberal group. One, ironically enough, I see Brian Doyle is on. He might know.
Now, why would they want?
They
them
bailed
out?
somebody
What do you
out.
think?
They bailed this criminal out. I just want to finish this.
Yeah, sure.
He got out and killed somebody.
Oh, awesome.
Like just as he got out.
Great.
Because he figures, hey, they're not going to keep me in jail
Right,
anyway,
sure,
so
sure.
let me step up my game.
Right.
He did. Now someone's dead. And I think that the people who bailed him out or people pushing for this bail reform should be charged as accessories to whatever crime these people commit
Interesting.
when they let him out.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones doing this. I'm sorry, so what was your
Yeah.
question?
Why do you think they're doing this? Why do you think they want them out? More votes? So they
I
have more
think
voters?
mainly is votes, and it's a way to save money because if they can start shutting
Right.
the jails down, I think it's partially in New York to help shut down Rikers.
Okay.
Because their original plan to shut down Rikers was they were going to open up 5 separate jails all over the place.
Right.
But of course, nobody wants a jail in their neighborhood. Even if there is a jail there already, they don't want it bigger.
Right.
They don't, it's part of the complaint. So people are going to go
Okay.
visit these criminals, and they're probably criminals too, not my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm,
Leave them all on Rikers. But my opinion is Rikers is probably sold already,
Okay.
or the deal is, a handshake deal
Yeah.
made on selling that property because the airport wants it to expand.
Right.
So when they get out of there, then they can say, look, there's no people in the jail anymore. We can shut it down.
Oh.
And then even at that point, if they repeal it, they're like, well, see, that property's gone already. Now we're going to have to open up all these other jails we wanted to.
Wow.
But they keep saying that there's a crime has been down. And that's partially true.
Okay.
Yes, it's been down, but it's been down because people have been getting arrested and charged with crimes. So once you stop charging them with these crimes and giving them desk appearance tickets, a lot of things aren't criminal anymore, like smoking marijuana, for example.
Right. I would never do that.
But still, not so much that as a crime, and and I can tell you this firsthand. A lot of guys will let go that had
Right.
small personal use amounts,
Right.
but a lot of guys were also caught with weapons or with warrants.
Yeah, that's a
or,
problem.
you know, they would you know it helped get other people in there. Brian's sending me porn while I'm on air. Thanks, Brian.
Really?
You should be watching my show instead. But
You should be busy making porn, not sending.
yeah, Mike says that them wants bail reform, so when they get arrested, they don't go to jail for being a corrupt politician. That's probably true too, but they don't get in trouble.
How about the pills? The people that sell pills, are they being let out or no?
Yeah, because it's nonviolent. If you deal drugs in school, nonviolent.
Dude.
If you promote or possess child pornography, nonviolent. You get out.
Okay.
So
So January 1st.
January
yeah,
1st.
January 1st
Happy
this is
New
all happening.
Year.
And here's the thing too: if cops are going to get beat up and all they're going to get is an appearance ticket, what are they going to do? You think they're going to be enforcing this as much? So you're going to see crime levels drop dramatically, but actual crimes are going to go up. So on paper, crime's down, but
Got it.
in reality, it's not.
Right.
So
Good point.
you want to live a life like that, and you want to take the risk, that's great.
Right.
I don't. I
Nah.
can't wait to get out of New York unless
Right.
things change. So now we went way
Good
over.
points. Good points.
But see,
Try
this
to
is
go
good.
over.
This is going to be part of next week. So
This is
hopefully
why I
Frank-
want to moat and bars in my windows,
Yeah.
and people think I'm crazy. Well, on January 2nd, you're not going to think I'm crazy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, everyone. Okay, bye.
But anyway, thanks all for tuning in. Next
you.
week, like I said, will be a trending topic show, maybe with Frank and Larry.
Yeah.
And guys, thanks for coming down. And come down Friday.
Frank and Larry is a cookie, isn't it? Isn't that the cookie? I'm pretty sure.
Frank and
Frank
something.
and Larry. It's something.
Is it?
I think it's Frank and Larry. I always see it at the store, and I always think of them. Pretty sure. Okay. Are we on?
I think we're still on. Bye.